This is Kobe Bryant's daughter. Before I was a medical esthetician working with doctors and dermatologists, I was a model with severe cystic acne. And I covered it up with makeup and I used good lighting and good Photoshop to try to do what I had to do. But it was difficult. And today we are going to react to Natalia Bryant's guide to sensitive skin. And apparently she is a model who Vogue has featured. I don't know who she is or what this is about. She looks beautiful, but let's find out if her skincare choices are really good for sensitive skin. And remember, just because a model uses it doesn't mean that it's right for you. Some models, like myself, have terrible skin, while for others, they're just born with great genetics. And for some others, it took some good products or treatments to get them where they are. So let's break down the secrets of the modeling industry. Let's find out what this pretty lady puts on her face, and let's analyze, scrutinize, and learn from what's going on here.
Hey, this is Natalia Bryant here. I'm gonna show you guys how to do my sensitive skincare routine and also a makeup dewy, glowy look.
Yes!
First step is this Lancer Sensitive Cleanser. So when I was younger, I ended up breaking out a lot. So it's taken a few years to get my skin to normalcy. Getting older, growing into your body, it's fine. We all have breakouts, it's okay. But now we're at a good balanced place.
Oh my God, who is she? I love her. A celebrity, a model that actually understands that skin conditions are normal. Our skin is a part of our biology and sometimes it does funky stuff, but that's okay and we don't have to judge ourselves for it. When I'm looking at her skin, of course I'm not judging her appearance, but I am looking more clinically at what's going on here. I don't see a ton of breakouts either. I know Vogue is very guilty of filtering a lot of their videos, but I don't know if I see that going on here. Her skin does look fresh. And she's right, some people do grow out of their acne and into their bodies, but for other people they can actually grow into acne. And I mean, there have been people who are 70, 80 years old that are still struggling with breakouts. Everyone's skin and biology is going to be different, but if you know what ingredients to look for, and if you know how to care for yourself, your stress levels, your dietary choices, your sleep, that can make a huge difference. Here's a little cheat sheet if you want a screenshot of the medically proven ingredients that help with acne. If you are struggling, starting here is going to give you the best bang for your buck. There are, of course, many other products and treatments and things out there that are fun. I mean, heck, even things like at-home Tesla current where you can zap the zits off your face. I love it. But these are the ones that are going to give you the best results. And I'm interested to see if this Lancer skincare cleanser actually contains any of these actives. Now, Natalia said that she is sensitive, which means we're probably going to want to avoid anything overly stripping. We want to avoid any fragrances and common irritants. And we also want to look for things that are a little bit more hydrating, nourishing to the skin barrier, formulated at around a pH of between 4 to 5, which mimics the skin. When we look at this, oh, this expensive. The method, cleanse for normal to combination skin, is $30 to $60. A little pricey, but let's see what's in this. And is it vegan and cruelty free? Oh. I was excited first, now I'm not. We have water, sodium lauryl sulfate, cocamidopropylbetaine, and this sulfate, a lot of people freak out about sulfates in skincare. They're really not bad as long as your skin can handle them. They can be very foaming, very cleansing, and really good. I love to see the urea in here, slightly exfoliating. Fun fact, ancient Egyptians and Romans actually used urea in their skincare as well. They would take baby diapers filled with urine and put them on their skin. It was like a face mask. Beauty treatment. I'm not kidding. It was in the Ebers Papyrus and I literally did a course based on ancient Egyptian medicine. Fascinating! Things you didn't know that you didn't want to know that your acne big sister decided to tell you. Anyways, don't put baby diapers on your face. Just feel the need to make that a disclaimer. This on your face would not be bad. Now, there are a couple of red flags here that I'm seeing, such as the lavender oil, the fragrance, the linalool. These are things that for sensitive skinned people, they may want to avoid. If this works for her, I'm really glad she's putting it on her face and she's rinsing it off, but this isn't something that you would want to keep on the skin. And I would prefer a very gentle, mild foaming cleanser that doesn't have any of these fragrances for someone who is very sensitive. But she's looking gorgeous. She doesn't look like she has a ton of breakouts. I'm glad this works for her.
And now it's my Lancer Moisturizer. Guys, we're running low. Like, it's dwindling.
A celebrity who actually uses their products. Have you seen celebrities hold up like barely used products and they're like opening the package for the first time? They're like, I love this. Pet peeve activated. It is the worst. the absolute worst. I love that she actually seems to use these products. Now, it's also interesting, look, she didn't go in with a toner, she didn't go in with a serum. I hope those aren't coming. Maybe she's doing things out of order, because normally a moisturizer is closer to the last step. But this goes to show that you don't need a super expensive, extravagant routine to get good skin. Your 3 basic steps are cleanse, consistency, complete. And if you want the most basic skincare, get a good cleanser and a good sunscreen. Your sunscreen can double as your moisturizer, protect your skin and moisturize it. Your cleanser removes that and gives you hygiene at the end of the day. If you want a consistency step, you could add some sort of a toner or a serum to treat things like fine lines and wrinkles, or acne blemishes, or dark marks and pigmentation. But overall, is she keeping it simple? Is this gonna be a 2-step reaction? What's going on here?
I'm very strict about my routines. Every morning I make sure I wash my face, and every time I go out or I have an event or I do my makeup, like I have to go home, take a shower, and wash my face and like take all my makeup off, otherwise I just can't go to sleep.
A smart skintellectual. I love the way that she's speaking about herself, the way she's carrying her confidence, the way she speaks about and lives inside of her skin. This is actually refreshing. Where are the other model celebrities like this? When we look at this moisturizer, again, it's like $60 to $130. Tell me what the is in this that makes it worth $130. Oh, again, I look at this and I get excited and then I get sad again. Let's talk about the exciting parts. The base of this moisturizer is made up of caprylic triglyceride from coconut, glycerin, which is nice and a humectant to hold onto water, dimethicone, which is in a lot of primers, it's very smoothing. We also have shea butter, nice and hydrating, and squalane, which is an oil that mimics the squalene oil that our skin naturally produces. So the base of this moisturizer is very basic, but very great. This is fantastic. This is wonderful. Now, as we get a little bit further down, I see some very exciting things. We see some hydrolyzed rice protein. We see hexapeptide 48. This is also known as Rubixol. It's shown to have antioxidant properties, and of course there are some industry-funded studies on it, but we love peptides. We know they're moisturizing. This is great to see. Phospholipids, wonderful. Hyaluronic acid, wonderful. Polymethylsulfesquioxane, love that. Try saying that 5 times fast. That's related to this dimethicone, so it gives us a nice smooth feel and kind of protects the skin. That's where that's our happy place. And then we get into the oh crap zone.
Oh crap.
We've got fragrance/perfume, we've got limonene, we've got linalool, we've got hexylcinnamol, which is one of the most irritating fragrances that people can put on their skin. It still may only impact 1 to 5% of the population, but it's enough that, you know, hexylcinnamol, like if you're sensitive, steer the clear. We also have olive fruit oil in here. Again, I love me some Jennifer Lopez, but we gotta stop it with the olive oil. The olive oil is made primarily of oleic acid, which has actually been shown to disrupt our skin's natural barrier. And for a good moisturizer for sensitive skin, we literally want to repair that barrier. If she's using this because it makes her look and feel good, if her makeup goes really well over it, wonderful. But also, what about a sunscreen? I really hope we're gonna use a sunscreen. There's a lot in here that I would like, but I wish that this was better for more sensitive skin. And based on the price, again, this hexapeptide 48, this patented molecule can be a little bit more expensive, but don't charge me $130 for this. If you want a really, really good moisturizer that has many of the same ingredients, Biossance. $40 to $60. There's a gel one for oily skin and like a cream one for more dry skin. Amazing. If you want budget, Bubble Skincare. So good. You want treatment options? The Inky List. I've literally listed them all here. If you tap the non-binary button, you can find it. But again, I love that she loves this. But if you're asking for my opinion soup, this is not going to be on the menu for this evening.
Being a college student, you don't really have the best sleep schedule, so I wake up with these bags under my eyes, and I feel like when I do my moisturizer and I go in with the gua sha, like it just really helps lift everything. So my freshman year of college, I roomed with my friend Storm. She honestly was the best roommate I could have ever asked for. Like, we got along so well. Whenever we were like getting ready for something, we would help each other out with each other's makeup, and so it was really fun.
I love those moments where we get to get ready with someone else. Do you get ready while you watch these videos? Like, I just love that so much. It's like a bonding moment. Some people bond by sitting down and watching sports. Others bond by doing their skincare together. When she's talking about Storm, is this Kim Kardashian's daughter? That one's North, wait. Which one is Storm? Again, I might not like the Kardashians' beauty choices and what they perpetuate in media, but I respect them as people. And you can't deny that they do some very impactful things. I think Storm is one of them. I wonder if, is that the same person we're talking about here or not? I don't know, but like, I think Storm is that, are they best friends? If not, maybe they would make best friends. Who knows? We should get them to meet if they haven't already. But when she's doing this gua sha and talking about this ritual, literally, that she has, I love that she is not only dedicated to it, but that she shares these special moments with someone else. Especially when it comes to jade rollers or gua sha, there's a lot of cultural significance and relevance to how to use these things. And I was so lucky. I actually got to speak with Sandra, a Chinese medicinal practitioner. We're still working on bringing some content to you, but we spoke about the cultural history of gua sha and how to actually do it correctly, where it comes from, because did you know that it originally involved literal bruising and scraping of the skin? No, you don't want to do that to your face, and facial gua sha is very different, but it was fascinating. There's an Instagram live that we still have, and then video coming soon. But what she's doing with this for the under eyes, this can be really nice, really relaxing, especially if it's a nice cold stone. Now, one thing that Sandra taught me is that instead of going like this, which we would normally do with like product, or you know, if we're applying things, with gua sha, you actually want to anchor the skin and actually pull into the eye and kind of drain fluid down. It was fascinating. And by the time I was done with that live stream, we spent an hour learning gua sha together with her. Half of my face looked totally different. Like, it looked like I had done my microcurrent routine. It was fantastic. I'll link that if you want to see it. And for her, this is the perfect example of how to use gua sha. She's not overly scraping the skin. She's not saying that it's going to lift and build collagen. She's literally speaking about a beautiful ritual and a routine that makes her feel great about herself. I'm just living for this. I don't know which gua sha she has. It's not listed here, but I would definitely recommend getting a gua sha that has cultural relevance or pays tribute to that, just because this is borrowed from a beautiful culture that we can learn to appreciate. And there are some that are like drop shipped, not the worst, but if you have the ability, I would definitely recommend something like Lash, which Sandra makes, which would be a wonderful, wonderful choice. She also spoke about under eye bags as a college student. Man, if you are studying and working and living and doing things, you can get some bags here, not designer, not the ones that, you know, we always love to see. I would absolutely recommend some of those under eye patches. The Wander Beauty baggage under eye patches, the best. Topicals also has a new under eye patch. Mwah! Amazing. That was a burp. I hope you didn't see it. We're gonna pretend that I didn't just announce that and you did not hear that happen.
My next step is this velour lash serum. During quarantine, I thought it was a great idea to get lash extensions, you know, like, what else am I gonna do? Not the best idea, because over time, they just started ripping off my eyelashes like one by one. My advice, if you wanna get better eyelashes and like strong eyelashes and keep your eyelashes, just probably refrain from extensions.
I have antsies in my pantsies because I have eyelash extensions. Are these ruining my eyes? I love the way these make me look and feel. I've done a video on how I care for them. I know that a lot of people, when they see their eyelashes coming off, they start freaking out, but it's natural for our eyelashes to shed just the way our hair does at around 4 to 5 a day. They're just more noticeable when you have like a little extension attached to them. Now there are other extensions. Mine are the C extensions, and they're like the cat eye, they're the light ones. If you have really heavy ones, maybe it like rips on your eyelashes. I don't know what she went through, but I feel so bad. And I'm so happy that she's using a long and strong lash serum to help with this. But now I'm kind of freaking the f out about my own choices. I'm like, wait a minute, am I doing something bad for me? This looks like the velour lash serum for $42. We have peptides, chamomile, and ginseng. I don't know about the chamomile. Maybe ginseng. I could see a peptide complex helping. I don't know. Based on $42, if I were going to try this, I would go, I would turn and learn my ingredients. We do have a lot of peptides in here. Octapeptide 2, acetyl tetrapeptide 3. We have some yeast extract. You know what? There's not a whole bunch of fragrance in here, which is great. This doesn't look bad. But for me, if I'm going to try a lash serum, I would like to try the Ordinary's Lash and Brow Serum whenever it's in stock, because I've heard great things about that, and it has similar ingredients like this alanine, which is an amino acid, and glycerin for hydration, valine, and amino acid. This is good, but I'm gonna go with the cheaper one. The big thing here is that I'm now worried about my lash extensions and my personal choices. Does anybody have recommendation? I mean, I don't pick them out, which is shocking because I pick everything else on my body, but I don't like pick my lashes off my face. Am I good or should I be concerned? Natalia's teaching me things.
So here's my Laneige lip mask.
She's applying it with a Q-tip. Good girl, but also, why Laneige? I know so many people love Laneige. It's that person from Euphoria that we reacted to. She's like the face of the brand right now, or doing an endorsement. Sydney Sweeney, is that her name? She's gorgeous, talented. I love that she loves the products too, but I do not boo-boo. When it comes to lip products, you wanna look for something that's going to protect the epithelial cells of the lips, that's going to nourish and not make your lips peel or flake or feel addicted to lip balm. And we've done a video on this. The Laneige is one that kind of makes people feel like their lips are addicted to something. It can be very nourishing when you put it on, but then if you use it over time, it can become really irritating. I've done a video on the best lip products that I've tried and can recommend, the ones that are fragrance-free, that actually don't do that nasty thing to your lips. There's options from Biossance, there's a K-Beauty option, there's even vegan Vaseline. There are some great options. And again, if people love the Laneige, if it's working for you, keep using it, obviously. Don't throw it away. Buy more of it if you love it. But for me, it's not vegan and cruelty-free, and especially because I am an avid Dr. Dre watcher. Dr. Dre shared that the Pacifica Moon Lavender Lip Mask is like a dupe for the Laneige, and that's like a third or a fourth of the price. It still has fragrance in it, but like it's vegan and cruelty-free, so much better. So if this works for her, then great. Again, she's a celebrity, a model. I'm sure that she gets a ton of stuff for free, but if anyone's open to it, get the Pacifica one, or like watch this other video, because I think that would be much better.
Don't forget your sunscreen. I almost just forgot it.
I love that she's being honest with us, that she almost forgot it, but SPF is your BFF and it is for everyone. The Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen is beautiful on skin. It's clear, it's so nice, and it actually feels like a primer. I know that she's going into her makeup routine, so this is the perfect sunscreen to use under makeup. What's so interesting is that she is using this over that moisturizer that also has dimethicone. I would want to make sure that those two things don't ball up on each other. Again, I wouldn't get her that moisturizer if she were coming to me, but for her, this is a beautiful sunscreen. If she's super sensitive, I would still recommend this. It doesn't have a bunch of fragrance in it. It can be a little bit expensive, but it is lovely. I do know that Trader Joe's has like a dupe for this sunscreen. I tried it out and it broke me out a little bit. So if you're acne prone, that might not be for you. But I also heard that e.l.f. Cosmetics is coming out with a Supergoop dupe, which I'm so excited to see. Again, this sunscreen really is amazing though. It has shea butter, it has jojoba esters, it is nourishing. This is what's called an organic sunscreen. So it has these organic or chemical filters, but they smooth onto the skin so nicely. A lot of people don't have a ton of issues with it. If you're dry or combination or sensitive, fine. If you are oily, this might not be your best bet. So just keep that in mind. And if you're interested in sunscreens, you can literally type in Cassandra Bankson sunscreen or Cassandra Bankson Supergoop or whatever brand name you're questioning. We've probably done a video on it, or at least a blog post on it. Because did you know that we have exclusive blog posts and even TikTok and Instagram posts that include information and product reviews that we don't post here on YouTube? If you didn't know, now you know. But this sunscreen is amazing. I love that this works for her. I would just change a couple of little things. And again, if she were to come to me, oh my God, babe, I would love to build her a routine. I love her philosophy around beauty. I mean, just listen to this.
Getting older, growing into your body, it's fine. We all have breakouts, it's okay.
This is so true, whether it's your life or whether it's your skincare routine. Dedication and consistency matter so much. And you know, these big changes to our lives, some of them can happen overnight, and I know that can be very difficult, but a lot of the changes that we make to ourselves, to our beauty, to our body, and to our mental health and well-being, a lot of that is built up of the little habits that we do every day, those little moments of gratitude, those little things that remind us that we are human. Little steps matter, and those little steps turn into the big strides that we end up taking over time. I love her! Can we get her over here? And I will literally give her some options outside of this Laneige lip mask. Let's get her some new moisturizer options. Again, I'd recommend some of these. I will literally build her a skincare goodie box, and we can talk about the modeling industry and how to make sure that it's more empowering for everyone who comes in the future. Because again, I thought that my experience in the modeling industry was accepting because I had acne, but when I look back at it, there were some things that I had repressed. That's a therapy conversation, but like, oh yeah, there's some that goes down, and it's about time that we get people with different skin conditions, with different hair textures, with different backgrounds, religions, everything. It's about time, and I love that. First off, she's absolutely stunning, but we're not here to judge her physical appearance. I just love that she does not look exactly the same as all of the models that we saw in the 80s or the 90s when I was growing up. I absolutely love that. Overall, always remember to stay hydrated both orally and topically. topically. Do remember to reapply that sunscreen. Don't forget, like she almost did, but she caught herself. Big claps. And always remember to be beautiful both inside and out. I love this routine so much. It's so simple. It's so good. My favorites are listed here that I would swap out, but I'm so happy that we got to share this moment together. I'll see you in a gua sha video or in this next one. Love you guys. Bye.